Burton last pitted on lap 208. That's when our first and second place cars also pitted. They're going to have to go. And Tony Stewart's out of fuel. It's Clint Boyer's race now. Can he make it back? He has to go one more mile.
And he's got Denny Hamlin in his mirror.
Hamlin is trying to close. It's called the Magic Mile. Who has the magic wand today?
Mash the gas. Mash the gas.
The name is Clint Boyer, and he's your winner.
Come on, baby.
Oh, my goodness, what a finish.
Wow. The view from Tony Stewart's back bumper as Clint Boyer does victory donuts with enough fuel, and Tony coasts across the finish line. For Clint, it breaks an 88-race streak that was winless. And boy, did he pick a good time to break that streak, guys.
Yeah, second time he's done that. Race his way into the chase and then come here to Loudon and win.
Kyle Busch, 48 career wins. And what a career it is already. The 2015 Cup Series champion.
I mean, we were horrible today, absolutely horrendous, and we just never gave up. We just always kept working on it and kept making the most of it, and got to where we needed it right there at the end, and was able to lead all those laps. And if it wasn't for lap traffic, it wouldn't even have been a race. I don't know what y'all are whining about, but if you don't like that kind of racing, don't even watch. Man, racing all the way to the end.
Man, 4 in a row. Bet you wish you could do that with your wife, huh?
Well, in my opinion, it's what didn't happen. You know, that move that I was expecting out of Kyle Busch, it didn't materialize for him. Those two cars in front of him were stalled out door to door, and actually he got stalled out with William Byron being sucked down right on his door. Never got that big push from Chastain behind him because Tyler Reddick wasn't really on him. So again, not a lot of movement. When you get door to door like that, you're just essentially stalled out. Didn't give him that opportunity to get a big run. See, he was working on William Byron while those other two were up there working on each other. He never got that big 2-for-1 run like Chase Elliott kind of did in California the week before. But then it was a two-horse race between these two. Who could duel it out and get in position?
Yeah, Robin Pemberton acknowledged that the safety record of the car of tomorrow is part of the reason that they're able to loosen the rules and let you have at it on the track a little bit. I asked Dale Jarrett about that, and he said that maybe the fans have turned off a little bit because NASCAR is too safe now. Do you feel like it's too safe out there? That maybe fans like the danger a little bit? That was his view.
Well, I could say that the media center is getting boring in here and it's too safe because you guys got 4 legs on your chairs. So we can start sawing legs off. What do you think about that? You like that idea? Are you paying attention? What do you think?
I'm more interested in what you think.
Well, I'm interested in what you're thinking now. And then I'll have a direction of where I think I want to go with this.
I'm not.
No, do you really? I don't think fans that watch NASCAR want to watch their drivers get hurt. So, no. You're leading the category today so far. Just wanted you to know you're leading.
And side note, I don't know how long you're going to have me on here. It's nice to see that 14 car actually starting towards the front of the pack.
You mean the one these two guys used to drive?
Well, not so much this guy, but more like this guy. It's exciting to see it towards the front of the pack.
Surely you got a drink to chase after.
Tony, now we're going to have more than twice as many cars on track as we've had in any of these qualifying events.
Oh, y'all are so loving. Thank you. Kyle Busch, driver of the number 18 Double Mint Camry, ready to win it again.
Brad Keselowski, driver of the Penske Racing Dodge. Kyle Busch is an ass.
Everything's great. Looking forward to getting back to the racetrack and getting into my race car.
Are you okay with Joey moving forward?
Everything's great. Really looking forward to getting into my race car and getting back here at Phoenix.
Speaking of that, are you glad that this is over and you can get in the car where you're comfortable and get back to racing?
Everything's great. Really looking forward to getting back into my car and being here in Phoenix.
Joey called you this week. Is that a positive?
Everything's great. Looking forward to getting back into my car.
Good luck. Thank you.
Okay, there's a bit of irony.
Oh, there is.
There's a bit of irony.
We all thought about it at the same time.
Because this morning we heard that Marshawn Lynch might be coming back out of retirement to the NFL. He was a big Skittles guy, right?
Right.
And what did he say? I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Tempers flaring between two teammates. For more on that, let's go down to Bob Dillner.
Well, Johnny, it was a very interesting situation on pit road, and it occurred about 15 minutes after the race concluded here at Martinsville. We have some video of Carl Edwards and Matt Kenseth kind of getting into it. In fact, I was about to interview Matt Kenseth right there, and you can see Carl Edwards walks up. We thought he was joking, actually, at first. He walks over and starts talking to Matt Kenseth, but it became a little bit heated, and there was some shoving back and forth and so forth. But you can see right there, it wasn't joking around. They said some not so nice things back and forth to each other, apparently about something that happened on track. Really, all we can say is not all too well in the Roush Fenway camp right now, Jimmy Spencer and Kenny Wallace.
There it is. Couldn't see that coming, could you? All right, so the lead is changing hands here now. Kevin Harvick has just gone out in front. A confusing situation of this race. Robby Gordon may now be first in line on the racetrack, but the lead belongs to Kevin Harvick. Now, here comes the driver from Quebec, Patrick Carpentier, trying to see if he can catch Harvick and pass him for what would be the win. Back in Montreal, Kevin Harvick is the winner today here at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Though still some ongoing action on the racetrack with Robby Gordon, who has not been declared the winner by NASCAR. In fact, he was black flagged by NASCAR.
With Robby Gordon, got out of his race car, hopped on the roof, saluted the fans. Very rough racing there at the end. Robby, what happened?
Well, if you want to know my opinion, I won the race. So I completed all the laps. And if you've seen this happen before, guys get spun when they slow down. That's exactly what happened with Marcus.
And there he goes. Smoke is going to be able to hold it. Well, he got to the line that he wanted to, so see how far Kenseth drives it in here. He couldn't get his slide job to work quite as good. It's a lot of contact.
Oh, no. There they go.
Wow. That didn't work out for either one of them. Driving in probably a little too hard. Tony not very happy. Whoa. Now, gosh, looks familiar.
Well, we know what Tony thinks.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
That's a perfect strike.
That's a nice throw.
You just used one hand, didn't you, Dale?
Yeah, I'm right.
I think he's got both in. Look at him.
And the southpaw, too.
Yeah.
Just really disappointed. I mean, we had this race back here in the spring and complained about cars getting airborne, and now, ironically, I'm the guy that gets upside down and have a roll bars down on top of my helmet and stuck upside down on top inside my U.S. Army Chevrolet. So it's just disappointing. I mean, I wish NASCAR would do something. It was a boring race for the fans. You know, that's not something anybody wants to see. At least I hope not. If they do, go home because you don't belong here. And just, you know, a product of this racing and what NASCAR's put us into with this box, with these restrictor plates, with these types of cars, you know, with the yellow line, with no bump draft and no passing. And drivers used to be able to respect each other and race around each other. Richard Petty, David Pearson, Bobby Allison, all those guys have always done that. And I guess they don't think much of us anymore.
Tony, are people making too much about the on-track stuff, or there may be some hidden frustrations over the fact you haven't won yet this year?
There's no hidden frustrations. I think the people that are blowing it out of proportion are, you know, Mike Joy and Larry McReynolds and Darrell Waltrip in the booth. Nobody else has been complaining about it. You know, but Rusty and I talked when we saw each other, you know, 2 days ago at the airport, and we were just kind of laughing about it and shook hands and went on. And
Maddie, ask Tony, tell him this is a reality show. And, you know, what we just talk about, what I told him this the other night when I was talking to him. We just talk about what we see, and the one thing we see is a common denominator of him involved with a lot of other folks, you know. So, I mean, we're not picking on him. We're just telling what we see.
DW says, Tony, that he's not picking on you. He just is seeing what the video shows.
Yeah, I know. Darrell's memory kind of gets a little screwed up sometimes. I guess he forgets that with all the rule changes he wants NASCAR to make, he forgets that if they changed the rules and took the champions provisional away, he wouldn't have been able to race the last 2 years.
Here's the pass.
Just a little nudge getting in the corner. And Kyle Busch comes
You got to
back.
expect that. I mean, it comes down to the end of the race. You got to expect that he pays him back right there. Gives Carr a little nudge, but can't get back by. Just frustrated he led so much of the race and lost it.
Now here's the post race.
They're still.
Let's go down to Jamie Little.